Last year, I traveled to Mexico to volunteer with EIL in La Ventanilla, a coastal village in the state of Oaxaca. La Ventanilla is an eco-center that is based on natural resources. Many of the locals take good care of the environment so that the wildlife can continue to flourish, which is one of the aims of SDG 15, Life on Land. The Sustainable Development Goals are a global agenda with a vision of ending poverty, protecting the planet, and ensuring that all people enjoy peace and prosperity. The caiman crocodile is a species that is easily identifiable by their short and wide snout and the horns they have over their eyes. In terms of size, their species is the smallest of the Mexican crocodiles, with a max registered size being just over 2.5 meters in length. The babies have a diet of aquatic insects and small crabs, while adolescent and adult crocs feed on crabs, shrimp, some amphibians, and small vertebrae. The river crocodile is a robust reptile that grows to great lengths, reaching little over 5 meters in total length. This croc has fairly thick skin and has marked ridges that form irregular rows along its back. The young hunt insect and larvae, hatchlings of fish and tadpoles. They typically start hunting on the 4th day after leaving the nest. Adult crocs mainly feed on fish, but also hunt any large or small animal that is within their reach. The swamp crocodile reaches a max length of 3.5 meters. It typically eats small prey like invertebrate, aquatic insects, and larger prey like fish, turtles, lizards, birds, and mammals. They build caves or burrows up to 3 meters in length where they take refuge or even store food for later consumption. From an ecological point of view, these 3 types of crocodiles are considered key species that maintain the structure and function of the ecosystem due to the activities they carry out, such as the selective predation of species and other animals, recycling of nutrients, and the maintenance of water shelters during droughts. These are the white-tailed deer. They are characterized by the tuft of white hairs at the base of the tail that bristles when it is excited or on the run. These deer are most active during the early hours of the morning and at twilight. Their diet consists of leaves and fruits from a variety of shrubs, and their main predators are humans, cougars, coyotes, and other wild cats. On this island, they are kept in an enclosure so that they don't wander near the lagoon where they could fall prey to a crocodile. This is Yuppie the spider monkey. He feeds on more than 40 types of tropical plants, flowers, decomposing trunks, types of barks, and insects. In the mornings, he looks forward to getting a banana. Spider monkeys fulfill an important function as seed dispersers where they live. They are also considered a vulnerable species due to the environmental deterioration and transformation of their natural habitat. Ecotourism had been introduced in La Ventanilla in the 90s after a ban had been established on the trade of crocodiles and turtles. Trading had been the main source of livelihood for many of the local people. The government helped to introduce ecotourism, from which the income funds ecological projects such as reforestation. This is a great example of increasing and mobilizing financial resources to ensure the sustainable use and conservation of the biodiversity. Working closely with animals that I hadn't encountered before in Ireland, such as crocodiles, made me think about the different threats that different species face. Disease, invasive species, fragmentation, habitat loss, poaching, and deforestation are some of the main ones. These threats all lead back to humans in our expanding footprint, and a global threat, like climate change, will in time affect all species on Earth. So I did a bit of research to see what small solutions we could get started on. Designating more nature preserves as national parks is a good starting point. This means that the designated land will have legal protection at a federal level, which could be critical for some habitats. Improving awareness of invasive species. Invasive non-native plant and animal species are the second greatest threats to biodiversity worldwide after habitat destruction. Restoring damaged habitats is also important. When habitats are disrupted by human activity, it must be the duty of the government to restore nature. We rely on these habitats whether we know it or not. Practice responsible fishing in order to leave enough fish in the ocean, respect habitats, and to ensure that people who depend on fishing can maintain their livelihoods. Buy sustainably when possible. Choosing sustainable products can ensure that we don't overconsume resources that are critical to the health and genetic biodiversity of our ecosystems. And lastly, science funding needs to be increased if we are to better understand how human activity affects the natural world and how to conserve biodiversity. Thanks for watching, and I hope that this video might inspire you to look at what actions you can do, such as raising awareness on social media and volunteering with Anastasia. And do check out the description box for useful links and further information. If you have any questions, please add them to the comments section and I'll get back to you.